Hi, good evening. So at least let us start solving questions. Today is the second session of simple interest, compound interest. Again, basic theory has been covered, formulas have been covered, approach of successive, comparison between two, difference for 2 years, difference for 3 years, rule of 72, rule of 114. All these things have been covered in the last session. So leaving out installments, 80% of the theory is over. Only topic remaining is installments and reoccurring deposits. Let us focus on solving questions. Here you have close to 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. Give it a try. Comment your answers. Start solving it. Start solving. Very good. One answer has been shared. I would like more people to comment their answers. The question is, can you find the difference between CI/SI for 3 years at 7,000 at 10%? So let me give you multiple ways to do this. These are very, very simple numbers. What you could do is simple interest never changes. It will be 10% every year. It never changes. Compound interest is same for the first year. Second year it is 10% more. And third year it is 10% furthermore. 10% will be 77 rupees. So you add 77, so you have 847. So how much extra is there? How much additional is there? You see, in the first year there is nothing extra. Second year there are 70 rupees, and third year 147 rupees are extra. So total is 217 without any formula. Common sense approach. What is the idea? every year compound interest increases by R percentage. This is first year, then 10% extra, 10% extra. Another way to do this would have been simple formula approach. 7,000 multiplied by 1.1 cube. This is compounding. 7,000 multiplied by, because 10% is added 3 times, 1.3. This is simple interest. This is compound interest. Subtract both. That is your answer. Method 1, method 2. If you remember formulas, you are comfortable with formulas, you could apply formula as well. What is the formula for compound interest? 3r plus 3r square upon 100 plus r cube upon 10,000. What is formula for simple interest? It is 3r. What is the gap between them? You can go with the formula now. You have 3r square upon 100 plus r cube upon 10,000. That is the percentage. Percentage of 7,000. I feel third is the most useless way of solving. Third is the most time taking way. And there's a possibility you will make a mistake in formula somewhere. But you'll find third way also being discussed in online videos. So don't go for this. Third is pretty much a waste of time. First is the best one. First is the best one because numbers are very simple. 10% of 7,000, 700 rupees. It does not change. Then 700 plus 10% plus 10%. And this is the gap. This is calculator based. If you have a calculator, you can easily find the answer. Excuse me. Let me know if any of these I should repeat. Method 1, 2, or 3. Comment done if you have understood this. Yes. 1.1 cube will be 1.331. Yes. Give it a shot. Very elementary level questions. Very good. Comment answers. You could verbally answer this, pretty much verbally. A sum was put at simple interest at a certain rate for 2 years. For 2 years. Had it been put on 3% higher rate, it would have fetched rupees 90 more. We are being told for 2 years there was R percentage interest. But for 2 years, if the interest was 3% more, 3% more, there would have been 90 rupees more. So without much hesitation, you can simply say 2 years, 3% means 6% earning. 6% is rupees 90. So 1% should be rupees 15. 100% should be rupees 1500. To be done almost verbally, whatever increment you have in the percentage, it will reflect in the amount. We are saying 3% higher rate gives us 90 rupees more. Now 90 rupees is 90 rupees is for 2 years. So you can say 2 years 3%. So earning will be 6%. Why? Because in simple interest, you can always multiply n into r percentage to find the actual increment in the value. That was the problem. Confirmation for this? Yeah, simple enough. Good. Try this. Try this. And again, I've solved earlier such questions for you. This is the second question, third question we are seeing of this kind. If a sum of money doubles itself in 8 years at simple interest. So what is the percentage interest per annum? When something doubles itself, we have talked about when something becomes n times, the principal becomes n times. What is the growth? The growth is n minus 1 into 100. The money is doubling itself. So growth is 100%. So 100% growth, 100% growth is done in 8 years. So what is the percentage every year? 12.5. Do not apply rule of 72. Rule of 72 is only for compounding. Rule of 72 is n into r is equal to 72 for money to be doubled. Don't apply this. It is only for compound interest scheme. Very simple question. Moving on. Give it a try. Take 2 minutes. Give it a try. The difference between compound interest compounded half yearly and simple interest per annum at 10% for 1 year is rupees 30. Find the sum. So when you talk about compound interest and when you say half yearly, the annual for 12 months, it is 10%. Half yearly means 6 months. So you are going to be charged 5%, 5% twice. In a year, there will be two cycles or two terms of interest. But simple interest does not matter how you break, it will remain 10%. So what we are saying is there is some principle. It was raised by 5% twice. Principal into 1.05 square. Why 0.5? 0.05, 5% interest twice. So square. Minus principal into 10% interest. Simple interest is 10%. This is equal to rupees 30. So you have a calculator, you want to use that, it is perfectly fine. You can do that. What is the square of 105? So P into 1.1025 minus 1.1 is equal to 30. So P into 0.025 is equal to 30. You solve this and your answer is ready. You will have your answer in the next step. 12,000 I believe is the right answer. How does the question work here? The question was, you're basically breaking down a larger scheme, 10% per annum into 5% biannually, half yearly. So 5% will be charged twice. And we have talked about this in compounding. There is always extra interest generated. Now, how else can this be done? You could have simply said that interest will be successive 5%, 5%, A plus B plus AB upon 100. So 10.25%. That is the interest in compounding. How much is the interest in simple? It is basically 10%. Why? Simple interest does not change when you break a larger scheme. So subtraction of both is 0.25%. So 0.25% of the principal is equal to rupees 30. This is exactly what we are doing here. Just verify my calculations. Is this correct? Just verify this. 0.25 upon 100 into P is equal to 30 rupees, 1,000. Right hand side is successive percentage change. Left hand side is the formula approach. What formula? Formula of this one. P into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n is the amount. This is the amount. You probably will need a calculator for the left hand side method. Confirmation for this? Confirmation on this, guys? Very good. Chalo. Try this. Add one more option, E, none of these. Option E, none of these. Add one more option. The question says a sum of 15,000 is deposited at compound interest and it becomes double after 5 years. After 20 years, it will become. So the idea is, let us say I'm putting 15,000. If I wait for 5 years, the money is supposed to be doubled. It does not matter how much is the money. If I wait for another 5 years, this will become the principal for those 5 years. Do you remember that statement? Amount at the end of the year becomes principal for the next. For the next 5 years, this becomes the principal. So 60K. If I wait for another 5 years, this will be doubled. Every year money is getting double, 120K. How many years do I need? I need 20 years. How many years have been counted? 5 plus 5 plus 5. 15 years have been counted. If I wait for another 5 years term, it will be doubled. What is double? 240 I did not want to work with zeros, so I put a symbol K. So 240 K. K is 1,000. 240,000. Answer option C. It is doubling every 5 years. So basically, how many cycles of 5 are there? There are 4 cycles. So double, 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 double 4 times. So it will turn 15,000 into 2 lakh. Yes. Make that correction. Yes. Moving on. Give it a try. Slightly high level, one level above what you have been doing so far. Take 3 minutes, take 4 minutes. Solve. Simple interest on a sum of money for 4 years is rupees 480. Compound interest on the same sum after 2 years is 270. What is the rate of interest per annum? You could also find how much is the starting principal. I've solved 2 similar questions for you in the last lecture. I created those questions as examples for you. So again, we can approach this problem in couple of different ways. One of the simplest way we have is whenever we talk about 2 years, I have given you 2 formulas if you remember. The difference is given by P into R square, R by 100 whole square, or P into R square by 100 square, one formula. Another one I have given you is simple interest upon compound interest for 2 years. For total 2 years is 200 upon 200 plus R. In this particular question, because rate of interest has been asked, I'll go for this. What is simple interest? Simple interest is 480. For how many years? 4 years. So if every year, if it is same every year, for a single year, the interest is 120. For 2 years, for For 2 years, simple interest will be 240. This will be 2 years, 240. And compound interest for 2 years is given to us as 270. What is that equal to? 200 upon 200 plus R. R is the percentage. Cancel whatever is possible. 0, 0 cancelled. This is 3 into 8, 3 into 9 cancelled. 8 into, is there a multiple of 8? Yes, 25 times. So cross multiply. 200 plus R is equal to, cross multiply, 9 into this, 225. R is equal to 25 percentages. R is equal to 25%. Just verify my calculations and you have your answer. Just verify the calculation. Are there any other ways to solve this? Once you prove that simple interest is 120 rupees, 120 rupees every year. I'm going for another method, method 2. Compound interest is same as the first year value, 120 rupees. Now because total interest is 270, 120 is first year, second year must be 150. So do you remember? Compound interest increases by R percentage every year. So what is the increase here? Increase is 30 rupees out of 120, which is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is what? 25% growth. See, we have talked about this. Compound interest increases every year by R percentages. Furthermore, simple interest and compound interest are same for the first year. They are the same for the first year. So 120 rupees, 120 rupees. So compound interest is R percentage more over the previous value. How much more? 30 upon 120. That is 25 percentage. Once you find out R, you can find out everything. Yes. Moving on from this. Give it a shot. At a certain rate of compound interest, 18310 becomes 36620 in 6 years. What is the rate of interest? Give me an answer. Yes, if you apply very simple observation, what is happening to the principal? You apply just very simple observation. Whatever money you have kept in the bank is getting doubled. Whatever money it is, random numbers have been given to you deliberately. Whatever money it is, the money is getting doubled. If the money is getting doubled, that means under compounding, number of years and rate of interest will multiply up to 72. So that will be R is equal to 12%. So if you observe these patterns, somebody shows you these patterns, these questions can be solved verbally. And by today's standard of CAT exam, these will be, or these steps will be a part of a problem, part of a question. It cannot be a direct question on finding R percentage. It will be a large question. Some XYZ person is distributing his will among two sons and so on, so on, so on. It will be an 8-line question. And in that, there will be one step somewhere of finding R percentage. Let us say you are not convinced with the approach. Let us say you are not sure that this approach is right or not. So let me show you one way to verify this. What you do is, in your calculator, you type 1.12. 12% raise is 1.12. You multiply it 1.12. Again multiply 1.12. You multiply 1.12 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more time. And now when you press equal, you will have 2 point something available. The money is becoming doubled in 6 years. I want you guys to right now verify this. Verify this. Verify what I'm saying right now. To check, verify if it becomes double. I just multiplied 1.2, 1.12. Yes, I just did that at my end. 1.21 आ रहा है आपका, 2.21 आ रहा है. अच्छा, in CAT you will not have the power function. You will not have that raise the power. नहीं बेटा, 1.126 times is no. 1.126 times is 1.9738. Pretty much doubled. Yes. Yes. Give it a try. Take a minute. Comment your answers. Very simple question. I mean, we have talked about this. In the second year, this is the interest you have earned. In the third year, this is the interest you have earned. So second year interest, when raised by R percentage, you should have third year interest. So what is the raise here? The raise from here to here is 42 rupees, and that is what? That is basically 10 percentage raise. What was the concept? Interest increases by R percentage every year. Interest increases by R percentage every year. It's a very old, very old CAT question. 2002, 2003 kind of question. Go on, answer. As I have said, I use formulas of SI and CI when one of the term is given as a variable. If you simply look at answer options, we are telling you that rate of interest and the number of years both are same. It can never be these answer options. It is either this one or this one. So what am I trying to verify? I am saying simple interest is 9 by 25 of the principal. I have to just verify this. If I look at this as answer option, simple interest is equal to principal into n into r upon 100. Cancelled by 2 3 times, cancelled by 2 3 times, cancelled by 4 25 times. Does it match? हो गया ना? What is there to solve? The question says simple interest on a certain sum is 9 by 25 times. It is 9 by 25 times of the sum. So if rate, percent and time both are equal, find them. It is clearly evident you want 9 in the numerator. Can you generate 9 as a multiple of 8 and 8? 8 is made up of only 2s. तो ऐसे बाहर हो जाता है ये. Apply common sense. Answer is A. So as I have said, CAT has changed since 2017. Further, it has changed one more time since 2020. The level has gone up drastically. So when I see somebody saying CAT expert appeared CAT in 2001, 2002, 2003, those, it's not even near CAT by current standards. So go on, try. I'll wait. Compound interest. Take a minute or two. Now I want you guys to learn these tricks. If you have access to a calculator, you could answer this question with just calculator without moving your pen. First, I will show you the approach. See, when the second year ends, this is the money. When third year ends, this is the money. So basically you are saying this is the principal. This is the principal. Listen to this. Every increase can be written as an increase factor K. This is the increase factor K. Second year amount becomes the principal for third year. Increased by K becomes 3645. So what is K? 3645 upon 3240. Now can I say the original principal when it reaches 2 years end, it has been increased by K twice. It has been increased by K twice. 3240 is equal to this. So P is equal to 3240 upon K square. Upon K square basically means 3240 upon 3645 square. So if you have access to a calculator, you have to calculate just this part and your answer is ready. You don't need to find the value of R. Nobody nowhere in the question it says find the value of R. So if I have to perform this 3, 2, 3240 divided by 3645 divided by 3645. I've got 0.88888 into itself into 3240. So your answer is 2560. 2560. You do not have to find the value of R. Don't even consider finding value of R. Go with the direct calculation. Is the approach using K clear? Do you understand what I'm doing with K? K is the percentage increase factor. What is K? K is equal to 1 plus R upon 100. In compounding, sometimes we can use such kind of trickery to get the answer faster. It becomes a little simpler to find the answer faster. Moving on. 2560 is the answer, guys. 2560 is the answer. Go on. Take 2-3 minutes. Try this. So if you observe, when it comes to language, हाँ, अगर थर्ड ईयर से इक्वेट करना तो you can take cube also. कोई नहीं रुकेगा बेटा आपको. You can take cube also if you want to equate with third year. Perfectly fine. So in this question, if you notice here, it is simple interest, 4% every year. This money is divided in 3 parts such that their amounts after 1, 2, and 3 years respectively are equal. So I'm going to divide this as A rupees, B rupees, and C rupees. I'm going to divide 2189 in A, B, and C. After 1 year, after 2 years and after 3 years, their amount needs to be same. Amount, the final money needs to be same under simple interest. So we are saying A multiplied by 104 upon 100, which is 4% growth, only 1 year. A is there only for 1 year. B, how much years? 2 years. So B multiplied by 108 upon 100, that is B. C for how many years? For 3 years. C multiplied by 112 upon 100 is equal to this. After solving this, what do you need? After solving this, you need the smallest part. Smallest part. So go on, find the smallest part. Tell me, will A be the smallest, or B be the smallest, or C be the smallest? You're trying to find the smallest part. Which of these will be the smallest part? A, B, or C? So how do you suggest? How do you suggest? How do I replace these values here? Because total money is 2189. Think logically. Apply logic here. Can I say, can I observe, can I say here, I have to wait for 3 years for this value to match others. 3 years means 12% interest. C has to wait longer to match others. So C is the lesser number. C is the smallest number. I'm trying to find C. Can I say 4%, 8%, and 12%? Does not seem like a very much large number. It does not seem like a very large number. See, I'm thinking reverse. I'm saying if I divide this equally, 7 times 21, 2 times 6 carried over 2, 9 point something. When I say 729 rupees something, 729 and some decimal, they are all equal. They are all equal. So C must be slightly below that. C must be slightly below that. Right now on the screen, what I see are very answer which are very far apart. This and this are nowhere near the answer. I'm saying A earns 4%, B earns 8%, C earns 12%. ये बहुत बड़े percentage नहीं है. So I'm saying ABC will be very close to each other. C is the smallest number, C is the least number, but ABC will be very close to each other. So I'm saying look at the money, 2189 rupees divided by 2. So 729 point some decimal. If I make A is equal to B is equal to C, I will have 729. I need a little lesser number, little smaller number than that. Let us say or option hote, sir, what will we do? One option was 712. Another option, let us say here was 720. 703, 712, 756, 720. Even at this stage, I'll say do not solve, but verify. What you do is you take this number and you put it here. Can I say B is equal to 703 into 112 upon 108? You get the value of B. Similarly, the value of A will be 703 into 112 upon 104. So now you have A, B, and C, and then check, does it reach up to the total sum? Otherwise, solving will be a waste of time because again you are dealing with larger decimals. आप बड़े decimals साथ काम कर रहे हैं. Confirmation on the explanation, confirmation on the solution. Right now, I am saying the smallest option is C. The smallest money goes to C. So 1/3 से कम कर दिया. Good. Take your time. Take your time. Take 2 minutes. These are the kind of questions you can expect in CAT now. Take 2 minutes. But 729 was the value. ना 729 was the equal distribution. 729 से भी कम नंबर चाहिए था. Equal distribution was 729 rupees. उससे कम चाहिए था. There is only one answer option, 703. अगर ऑप्शन क्लोज भी होते, use options to solve. नहीं तो calculator you will have to apply. You'll have to apply direct calculator. Aman takes a loan of rupees 40,000 from a bank for 8 years at 6.5 rate of interest, simple interest. He then loans out rupees 30,000 for 8 years at 7.5%. He could loan out the balance only at 5.5% for 8 years. The entire transaction, did Aman make or lose money, and how much? So you can directly go for calculations in this case, but apply common sense. 8 into 6, 8 into 6, 48. 8 into half, 4. 48 plus 4, 52. So 52 percentage interest he was supposed to have paid to the bank out of 40,000. Two zeros are gone. This is the interest being paid. This is the interest being paid in the first case. 40,000 so he has to return. 40,000 so he has to return. The interest paid is 20,800. Now for 8 years, he is what? He is getting interest of 7.5. 8 into 7, 56. 8 into 0.5, 4. 56 and 4, 60%. He is earning 60% interest on 30,000. So cancelled. This is 18,000 interest he is earning. This is he has to pay. This is his earning. Now what happens? The remaining amount is how much? 10,000. This is 44 percentage he is earning out of 10,000. Cancelled. So he is earning 4,400. How much is he earning total? He is earning 22,400. So let's just verify my calculations. So the gap I am getting here is a larger gap. This and this subtracted, I am getting a gap of 1,600 rupees profit or gain. Verify calculations. He is getting a gain of rupees 1,600. Why should you not worry about the amount as such? You should not worry about the amount because the only question is about earning money. He has to pay the sum, the principal. So you must focus on the interest part of it. Any doubts in this? Confirmation on this? Try this. So if you follow how the question has been framed, you don't have to perform too many calculations. Kalin Bhaiya loans money to people at simple interest. Kalin Bhaiya is a nice person. He only charges simple interest. He charges a certain rate of interest for first year. Next year, he doubles the initial rate of interest. Third year, he triples the initial rate of interest and so on. A man took loan of rupees 18,000 and after 3 years, he paid back an amount of 30,000. What is the rate of interest in the first year? So understand, we are talking about simple interest. So what happens is, see, if it was fixed interest, if it was 10% every year, it will be 10%, 10%, 10%, and you will add it up and you will say 30%. That is simple interest. Here, Kalin Bhaiya is playing a different game. He says, first year interest is R%, second year interest is double of that, third year interest is further triple of the first value, triple of the initial rate, double of the initial rate, which is very critical. Initial को double triple करना है. So what is the earning? R plus 2R plus 3R, 6R% is the earning. Now I can go after the formula of amount or I can go after the formula of interest. 18,000 was the principal, 30,000 was the payment. So interest was 12,000. Interest 12,000 is equal to principal into rate of interest upon 100. मेरे को n क्यों नहीं मल्टीप्लाई करना है यहाँ पे? Why am I not multiplying n? वो ये फर्स्ट ईयर, सेकेंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर में 3 ईयर काउंट हो गया ना. So your answer is 12,000 is equal to 18,000 into 6R upon 100. ये percentage लग गया आपका. So remove some zeros. 2 zeros are gone. 2 zeros are gone. This is cancelled. This is cancelled 2 times. This is cancelled 9 times. So R now is 100 upon 9. What is 100 upon 9 as a percentage? 11.11%. Or what else you could have done is, एक बार आपको समझ गया 12,000 is the interest. 12,000 कितना परसेंटेज होता है? What percentage is 12,000? It is 66.66% interest. And 66.66% interest is equal to 6 percentage, 6R percentage. ये कैंसिल हो जाता, 11.11% आता आपका. This second way, this is second way. This is more practical here. I am thinking reverse. ये कंपाउंडिंग नहीं लगाया है यहाँ पे. Confirmation on this? Let us move on. Try this. Just an application of breaking down a larger scheme into smaller parts. We are saying 20% was being charged for a year, per annum for a year. What am I applying? I'm applying compounded quarterly. Quarterly means 1/4 of a year. So what is 1/4 of 20%? 1/4 of 20% is 5%. So 5% interest is charged for every quarter. So 5% interest will be charged 4 times. See, the question is amount. Amount will be equal to 30,000 increased by 5% 4 times. Why 4 times? In a year, there are 4 quarters. That is all you have to do. Another common sense way is, see, none of these is a problem. None of these is a problem. See, 20% is 6,000. So 36,000 तो आपका वैसे ही बन रहा था ना. And I have said this many times. When you broke down a larger scheme, you will always have some extra interest. Under compounding, when you break down the scheme into smaller parts, you will always have extra interest. This cannot be the answer. This cannot be the answer. So answer is either this or the answer is this. None of these is a problem. If there was any other value smaller than that or near that, I would have cancelled it. So use a calculator, nothing wrong with it. Get an answer out of this. We have discussed this, yes, that breaking a larger scheme generates extra interest. So it is roughly 36,465 rupees and some paisa, some decimals are there. Answer C makes perfect sense, makes complete sense. Moving on from this. Try. A cooperative bank lent rupees 2,000 to Aman at a certain rate of interest and 10,000 to Mohan at 2% less than Aman. After 2 years, bank received rupees 800 as total interest from Aman and Mohan. Find the rate of interest per annum at which the amount was lent to Mohan. So please pay attention. The question is about Mohan. Mohan is receiving 2% less than Aman. So don't assume Aman ka interest as X%. Don't do that. You're making a mistake. Mohan is receiving X percentage interest or has to pay X percentage interest, and Aman is receiving X plus 2%. So here, go directly for calculations. 2 years, 2 years earning is 800. So 1 year's earning will be 400 rupees. So I can say now x plus 2 upon 100 for 1 year on 2000, and x percentage on 10,000 is equal to rupees 400. Khatam aapka question. Two zeros, two zeros are gone. Two zeros, two zeros are gone. This becomes 20x plus 40 plus 100x is equal to 400. Transfer this, it becomes 360. 120x is equal to 360. X is equal to 3%. We need what? We need Mohan ka percentage. So जिसका वैल्यू चाहिए, you assume that as a variable. किसी और को अगर आप वेरिएबल अज्यूम करोगे तो आपको रिवर्स करके फिर प्लस माइनस करना पड़ेगा. कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट सच क्वेश्चंस इन कैलकुलेशन? थोड़ा ज्यादा ही आसान हो गया ये, प्योर कैलकुलेशन 2 लाइन का. व्हाई डिड आई कन्वर्ट इट इनटू 1 ईयर? मत करो, लेफ्ट साइड में डबल कर दो. यू विल हैव टू कैलकुलेट इंटरेस्ट फॉर 2 years ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड. बहुत ज्यादा इजी है, वेरी इजी. Don't even solve. Don't even solve. Move on. Yeah, give it a try. Try this one. So I've got multiple answers for the current question. Let us give it a shot. We are saying the rate of interest is 10%. The interest earned in the sixth year is this much. This is sixth year. This is sixth year. So what is the interest earned in fourth year? See, I do not know what is the fourth year interest, but when it is raised by 10 percentage, I will have the fifth year. It is again raised by 10 percentage. I will have sixth year. So what I have, fourth year interest into 121 upon 100 is equal to 605. Cancelled 5 times. The fourth year interest is 500 rupees. So I've applied the same concept. Interest of the current year is R percentages more than the previous year. R percentages more than the previous year. Absolute basic. Now, from fourth year to fifth year, one increase. From fifth year to sixth year, one more increase. So I'm increasing 10 percentages two times back to back, fourth year to sixth year. Again, fundamentals, application of fundamentals. So now you have a CAT level question and there are no answer options. Enter your answer as the nearest integer. Go on, try. Take 5 to 6 minutes. Go and try. rupees 30,000 is divided into two unequal parts. One part is invested in a simple interest scheme and other is invested in a compound interest scheme. The rate of interest and the period of investment are both in both the schemes are equal to 15% and 2 years respectively. After 2 years, the amount obtained from simple interest scheme is more than the compound interest scheme by 3,250 rupees. Had we interchanged the invested amount in the two schemes, the difference after 3 years would be 3 साल के बाद difference क्या होगा? So first I'm saying, let us say the money is A rupees and B rupees, which is 30,000. I am depositing A on simple interest because क्या है? Simple interest is generating more money. Simple interest is generating more money. आई एम सेइंग ये ए रुपीज जो है 15% पे 2 years, 15% फॉर 2 years इज 30%. सो ए मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 130/100, दैट इज द अमाउंट. ये सिंपल इंटरेस्ट का अमाउंट है. नाउ बी इज कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट. कितना? 15%. हाउ मेनी ईयर्स? 2. सो बी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 115/100 स्क्वायर. ये दोनों को माइनस करके आई हैव 3250. अब जब ये इक्वेशन सॉल्व होंगे देन यू विल हैव योर आंसर. इक्वेशन 1 और 2 सॉल्व होंगे देन यू विल नो हाउ मच इज ए, हाउ मच इज बी. अब करना क्या? अब इनको इंटरचेंज करना है. ए को आपको कंपाउंडिंग करना है, बी को आपको सिंपल इंटरेस्ट करना है. एंड व्हाट इज द गैप फॉर 3 years? अब 3 साल का गैप कितना है? See, if this is CAT exam and I feel मेरे से इक्वेशन नहीं बनेगा. I feel इक्वेशन नहीं बनेगा. कैन आई से जो पैसा आपने सिंपल इंटरेस्ट को दिया वो भी ज्यादा होना चाहिए बिकॉज कंपाउंडिंग में इंटरेस्ट ज्यादा बनता है. बट यू आर सेइंग यहां पर सिंपल का इंटरेस्ट ज्यादा है. सो वी आर सेइंग हियर. अच्छा, एक और चीज, is this the difference in interest or is the difference in amount? ये गलत कर रहे हैं बेटा आप और हम. द इक्वेशन इज इनकरेक्ट. सो ध्यान सुनना. The interest obtained is this. Interest obtained, there is a difference. ये गलत कर गया आप और हम रिप्रेजेंटेशन. ये अमाउंट लिखा आपने. प्लीज ऑब्जर्व. A प्लस B इज इक्वल टू 30,000. ए का जो इंटरेस्ट है दैट इज ओनली 30%. ये बोला आपको. व्हाट इज बी का इंटरेस्ट? थोड़ा ध्यान देना भी आप. बी का इंटरेस्ट इज 15 प्लस 15 प्लस 225/100. बी का इंटरेस्ट इज 32.5%, 32.25%. सो दिस गैप बेटा इंटरेस्ट का गैप है. अरे आफ्टर 2 years अमाउंट ऑब्टेन्ड का गैप. अरे भाई अमाउंट ऑब्टेन्ड का गैप, अमाउंट ऑब्टेन्ड का गैप है. हाँ, आई वाज सेइंग अभी भी इवन एट द स्टेज मत मेहनत करो. don't try to solve this. You are wasting time. देखो ऐसे क्वेश्चन फ्रेम किए जाते हैं विथ वैल्यूज विच आर मैनेजेबल. एक बार चेक करो, इफ यू टेक दिस एज 20,000 एंड दिस एज 10,000 एंड चेक डज इट मैच. अगर डिफरेंस कम पड़ेगा तो मैं पैसा और बढ़ाऊंगा ए में. लेट मी ऑल्सो चेक. $1.3 into 20,000 is 26,000. And 1.15 into 1.15 into 10,000 is 13,225. तो ये गैप ज्यादा हो गया, ये गैप बहुत ज्यादा हो गया. हमें गैप कम चाहिए, तो इनके बीच गैप कम करो. इसको 15,000 आई कैन नॉट 15,000 15 कैन नॉट बी देयर. तो इसको 18,000 एक बार ट्राई करो और इसको 12,000 एक बार ट्राई करो. See, the method I am showing you is trial and error. 1.3 into 18,000 is 23,400. 23,400. And what is 1.15 square into 12,000? अगर ये मैच नहीं हो फिर मैं भी पूरी ईमानदारी लगाऊंगा बेटा. डोंट वरी, आई विल आल्सो ट्राई विथ फुल ऑनेस्टी. अभी भी 7,500 का गैप है. द गैप इज इवन नाउ मोर देन 3,000. इक्वेशन बनाना पड़ेगा, बड़ा इक्वेशन बनेगा, बनाना पड़ेगा. या बड़ा अजीब सा वैल्यू आ रहा है. I was trying to be, I'll say, smart with numbers here. A plus B is equal to 30,000. A में लगेगा 1.3, B में क्या लगेगा 1.3225 is equal to, माइनस करना था, that will be equal to 3250. तो I'll say ऊपर वाले को कुछ मल्टीप्लाई करके नीचे वाले से प्लस कर दो. ये कैंसिल करना, नेगेटिव पार्ट कैंसिल कर दो. So what you multiply is 1.3225. डेसिमल में खूब खेलना पड़ेगा और इनको ऐड कर दो. तो हो गया 2.6225a. b कैंसिल हो जाएगा, b एक बार कैंसिल हो गया. हाँ, वैल्यू फ्रेमिंग में इशू आ गया, वैल्यू ऐसा गड़बड़ फ्रेम हो गया यहाँ पे. 30,000 into 1.3225 प्लस 3250. तो ये a का वैल्यू होगा डिवाइडेड बाय 2.6225. a का वैल्यू आ रहा है काफी ज्यादा कैलकुलेशंस है. 16388 रुपीज है ए का, और बी का इसका डिफरेंस निकाल लो. $13,632, ये बी का वैल्यू आ गया. नाउ विद दीज अभी 3 साल गैप निकालना है. मत ही निकालो, बेटर है, छोड़ दो. द क्वेश्चन वाज देयर टू अप्लाई सम ट्रिक्स, वो ट्रिक्स नहीं काम किए तो बड़ा मैनुअल कैलकुलेशन आ गया. अभी आपको ये करना है, व्हाट यू नीड टू डू हियर इज, इसको ए को 3 इयर्स लगाओ. ये कंपाउंडिंग में जाएगा और ये सिंपल में जाएगा. अभी तो ए में क्या आ जाएगा 1638 16368 16368. इसमें 3 साल का इंटरेस्ट लगाना है आपको, कंपाउंड, और इसमें लगाना है सिंपल इंटरेस्ट. 3 साल का 15% पे 3 साल मीन्स 45%. ये आपका आंसर देगा। वे टू मेनी कैलकुलेशंस करते हैं, कैट वाले भी करते हैं हमारे साथ में, दैट इज फाइन। ये वैल्यू आ रही है 24893 और बाजू वाली वैल्यू आ रही है 13632 19,000.4। इनको माइनस कर दो, आपका आंसर आएगा, नियरेस्ट इंटीजर डालना है हमें 5127। 5127, हाँ बहुत बड़ा कैलकुलेशन हो गया। 5127, यस। आप कह भी रहे थे कैट वाले क्वेश्चंस कराओ, ये लो, ट्राई अनदर। A sum was divided into two equal parts. Two equal parts. One part was lent at 20% per annum, simple interest. The other was lent at 20% compound interest being compounded annually. The difference in the interest paid by the parts in second year is rupees 800. Find the difference in the interest fetched in the fourth year. 2 साल में जो उनका डिफरेंस है वो 800 रुपए का है, तो कितना डिफरेंस होगा फोर्थ ईयर में? Go on, apply common sense. So you need to understand 800 rupees is the difference. 800 rupees is the difference in second year. Do you remember the simple interest and compound interest value is same for the first year? It is same for the first year. What happens in second year is this is increased by R percentage. This is increased by R percentage. What is R percentage? 20%. So what you are saying is जो पहले साल का interest है X, the 20% value of that is 800. ये समझा क्या आपको? Did you understand this part? Did you understand this part? What is the sentence? What is the observation? Compound interest increases by R percentage every year. Compound interest increases by R percentage every year. So we are saying if the first year value is same X, second year will be 20 percentage more. That 20 percentage is rupees 800. ये तो change नहीं होगा ना, ये तो change नहीं होगा. What you will have here is x plus 20% of x. तो ये जो 20% है वही तो आपका 800 है ना. This gives me an idea. This tells me 4,000 रुपए इंटरेस्ट है पहले साल का. सिंपल इंटरेस्ट इज 4,000. तो ये हर साल 4,000 रहेगा. इट नेवर चेंजेस. कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट पहले साल का विल बी 4,000 प्लस 20% इंक्रीज. देखो मुझे बीच के वैल्यू नहीं चाहिए. आई डोंट वांट बीच के वैल्यू. तो यहां पर आएगा 20% मल्टीप्लाई होगा ऐसा, फिर आगे जाएगा मल्टीप्लाई होगा ऐसा, फिर आगे जाएगा मल्टीप्लाई होगा ऐसा. तो व्हाट यू वांट हियर इज 4,000 इंटू 1.2 का क्यूब. बीच के सारे वैल्यूज गायब कर दो. यू डोंट नीड टू बी बॉदर्ड अबाउट दोज नंबर्स. सो व्हाट आई हैव फॉर यू इज 1.2 to the power 3, 1728 into 4,000. अब इसको माइनस कर दो ऊपर वाले वैल्यू को. So the gap between this number and the gap between this number is 2,912 rupees. 2,912 rupees, which is this. Now, is it possible to know this answer without finding the interest? एक तरीका है, but it will lead to complex equations. I'll write down that equation for you. If I say interest for first year is X, so second year will be 1.2. The gap between both is 800. Interest for the fourth year will be 1.2 cube. The gap has been asked. So you take a ratio between these two. It will take some time for me to help you understand this. आप थोड़ा इस पे effort लगाओ. What have I done for you here? X is the interest in simple interest first year. Compounding second year will be 20% more. How do we write 20% more? 1.2. 20% more. So difference is 800. So 1.2x minus x is equal to 800. What do I need? The fourth year gap. Fourth year gap will be x into 1.2 cube minus x. That is k. Put them in the ratio and your answer is ready in the next step. That's it, guys. That is the end of the sheet for today. Next lecture will be on installments, recurring deposits, installments, EMI calculations. Yeah, good night, guys.